Game 6 between the Capitals and Maple Leafs. Washington leading the series 3-2 after a stirring overtime win in Game 5. 4 of the 5 contests in the series have gone to OT, and both teams have an identical 175 shots on goal. The Caps have also converted 5 power play goals in the series. They try to continue that trend as we go to Air Canada Centre.
Final minute now, the opening period. Behind the play, Williams got knocked down, Backstrom drops to Ovechkin, in, shoots, Anderson makes the save, and swats the rebound away, he couldn't find it. That was close. He's looped behind the Washington goal. Feeds it back to Zaitsev. Zaitsev a long shot, that's tip wide. Back on his Anderson makes the save, tap to the side of the goal. Williams knocked it down, it's on the back of the net. Kuznetsov kicks it back to Carlson. John Carlson for Justin Williams. Has a lane, in, shoots, Anderson save, rebound, score! Marcus Johansson, the series winner, and the Washington Capitals take it in 6. Johansson tied the game in the 3rd and then scored the OT winner. The top team from the NHL's regular season survives a first-round battle with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
The Capitals win Game 6 in overtime 2-1, moving on to the second round to face the defending Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins. Marcus Johansson, the hero, netting 2 goals, his first 2 markers of this postseason, and the second multi-goal playoff game of his career. The 5 overtime games in one series is the most for the Capitals in franchise history. Braden Holtby with 37 saves in the victory. Up next, the Capitals move on for a highly anticipated matchup with Sidney Crosby and the Penguins.
All right, so this is MVP Sports Podcast. I'm your host. This is the GOAT. I'm going to tell you right now, last year when the Capitals played the Penguins, I had the Penguins winning it all from the beginning of the playoffs. This year it's going to be a little bit different. It's another rematch. Last year, Pittsburgh had a lot to prove. This year, Washington has a lot to prove. Ovechkin versus Crosby is going to be a hell of a matchup. I'm telling you right now, if you guys don't know about my 100% winners, 21-0 now on my 100% winners, and that is no joke. Let me take you back to April 19th, 5 days ago, and show you, or let you listen to what I said when the Washington Capitals were down 2-1 on my podcast.
But yeah, the Capitals are down 2-1 in the series. It's Game 4, and it's Wednesday night. They're minus 145 on the road. The Maple Leafs are not going to take a 3-1 commanding lead in this series. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm going to tell you another thing. My predictions are usually, especially with the futures, I usually make it to at least the semifinals. I usually don't go out in the first round, and I don't believe my team, the Washington Capitals, is going to go out in the first round. Minus 115 in the series right now against the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're down 2-1. They're not going to lose on Wednesday night. That's probably going to be a client play that I'm going to give out for free in the NHL. I'm pretty confident in this play. The Capitals should even cover the minus 1.5, the plus 4 o'clock Las Vegas start speed winner. I'm going to go Capitals to win the series against the Leafs. And even if they go down 3-1, I still think they can win the series. If they go down 3-1, remember this. Get them at plus 200, plus 300 to win the series. It's not going to happen, though. Once they win this game and they're going back to Washington, they're going to win that game. They're going to be minus at least 300-400 after this game, after they get the job done. So get on minus 115, 100% guaranteed. I'm telling you right now, my future play is not going to lose in the first.
My future play did not lose in the first round. My future play moves on to play the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I'm telling you right now, you guys, I win more games. I predict more futures than anybody in the industry, and everybody knows that. That's why I got haters. I got so many haters right now. It's unbelievable, but it is what it is. Haters, they're making me famous. That's all I pretty much got to say about them. Consistently hitting up my Twitter every single day, but that's all right. Let's go over the hockey. I want to give see if they got the future plays out yet. The Capitals are plus 380 right now, actually, right here. Plus 380 to win the Stanley Cup. To win the Eastern Conference, they're plus 180. They're playing against the Penguins. They're gonna win the series. They're gonna beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're gonna move on. They're gonna beat the Rangers, and the Rangers got to play the Senators. So I'm sure we'll check series prices right here. You got a lot to go off of from 5 dimes. My prediction: who the Capitals are gonna play in the finals? I would have to go with. Most likely, it's hard to say. The Ducks are a pretty good team. Plus, it's 8-1 if they play the Ducks. But this is all 5 dimes. If they play the Oilers, 8-1. It really doesn't matter who they play. The Washington Capitals are going to win the Stanley Cup. and I'm going to win another future bet. You guys don't know, I've won 5 future bets in the last 14 months. I'm not going to count South Carolina women's as my 6th future winner, although I said that they were going to win the whole thing in the Final Four, and they were 10-1 odds, and they ended up, South Carolina ended up winning it all, because we all know what happened in UConn in their perfect season. It went down. So there's your NHL breakdown. I wanted to let you guys know that my 100% guaranteed winners usually come through, and I don't have these plays all the time. I'm 21-0. I'm going for 22-0 with the Cleveland Cavaliers to make the East Finals. All I got to do is beat either Raptors or Bucks. That's 100% going to happen. So that's going to be 22-0 on my 100% guaranteed winners. If you guys want to get a hold of me, check me out on Twitter at KRISBARR_GOAT. KRISBARR_GOAT. If you're watching this from my YouTube channel right now, and if you could just please subscribe to my YouTube channel, that'd be awesome. I got 558 subscribers right now. I'm trying to get that up. I know this is a brand new account. My sports betting reality show is going to be back in 6 days. Going to be posting up some episodes May 1st, so look out for that one. If you want to get a hold of me and you want to win games, I'm doing a $100 special for the week, 7 days for $100. Email picksbyemail@gmail.com. That's picksbyemail@gmail.com. I'd love to give you guys a phone number to text or call, but I would get stalked and I would get trolled like a motherfucker if I did that. I have the most trolls in the industry. I'm stalked by the most people in the industry. I have a personal stalker that just does not go away. The guy is consistently on my Twitter. The guy is consistently on my Facebook. I don't even do Instagram anymore because the guy's all over the Instagram. The guy is, he's a character, let's just say. Like, he really is a character, pretending to be a multimillionaire, this and that. And nobody believes his shit. And he's one of the biggest stalkers in the industry. I'm not the only one that has to deal with this guy. He harasses all handicappers. Anybody that he thinks is doing better than him, he'll call you and harass you. If you have your phone number posted, he'll leave you messages. He'll tell you stuff about your kids. He'll tell you what he's going to do to your kids. He's a sick individual, and we're going to move on from that because I'm not here to talk about other people on the podcast. I'm here to focus on winning games. It's what I do. I'm the #1 documented handicapper in the world. Like I said, if you want to get a hold of me, I'm doing a $100 special. $100. How, you can't beat that. $100 for the week. I'll do $300 for the month, all the way until football season. All you got to do is email picksbyemail@gmail.com. Picksbyemail@gmail.com. All right, so then you had another NHL game yesterday. As you guys know, I'm from Boston. And let's just hear what I said about the Senators and the Bruins. The Bruins were facing elimination. Bruins were minus 180 in the game. It ended up being minus 180. Let's see who the GOAT predicted to win. But Washington's going to win the series. If they do lose this game, they will win Game 7 in Washington. I don't see Toronto winning. And plus, it's 100% guarantee, like I said. Only minus 115. And then you got Ottawa and Boston. Here's the game. I'm from Boston. I love the Bruins. But I'm telling you right now, this team's in trouble. They're at home. This is an elimination game. Most people in the world are going to take the Bruins because they're minus 170, and they're at home, and it's the playoffs, and it's an elimination game. But I'm telling you right now, this young Ottawa Senators team, they know how to beat this Boston Bruins team. They beat them. They beat them. They beat the shit out of them in this series. I'll tell you that right now. They're winning this series. I hate to say it. I would small lean on the Senators to put them away. Now, if Boston comes back and wins this and wins the next game and goes on to the Stanley Cup, I'm going to look like a real fucking idiot. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Boston's done. Honestly, I really think. I hope they beat the Senators the next 2 games, but I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. But that's just my opinion. I think the Senators is a good small lean. There you go. So another winner for the GOAT. Small leans counts as winners for me, especially when you're getting plus money. And it was a small lean because I am from Boston. I have a heart for them, just like I have a heart for the Celtics. But the Celtics aren't going to do nothing, and we already know that. All right, so we're going to move on to the NBA. Some games that happened yesterday. Oh, by the way, the Senators ended up winning that game. I wanted to mention real quick. The Senators ended up winning in overtime. I don't have to do a recap on the game. There's no reason for it. But they won 3-2. Actually, Boston went from minus 170 to minus 180, and then all the way down to minus 150 before the game. So people knew, you know, just like I did, that Boston was in trouble. And we move on. Wednesday and Thursdays there's games. Capitals and Penguins start their series on Thursday. Make sure you get on the Capitals to win the whole thing. Make sure you get on the Capitals to win the series. I don't know how many times I got to tell you, I'm the king of futures. I win more future bets than anybody. Yesterday I gave out some picks in the NBA. I don't need to, you know, replay what I said. I'll just tell you. I said Houston was going to beat Oklahoma City. They ended up winning 113-109. I told you Houston's the better team. I have the Rockets 30-1 to win it all, along with the Warriors and along with the Cavaliers on future plays. I'm going to end up cashing another future because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the Warriors versus the Cavaliers in the championship game, and I have the Warriors winning it all, of course. But the Rockets is my sleeper, 30-1. They're a solid team. They can put up points. They win 113-109. I said that was going to happen. Clippers and Utah Jazz. I said the Jazz would win. They ended up winning 105-98. That was going to happen. The teaser. I would have pushed on the teaser. I like the Pacers +4. They ended up losing 106-102. They get swept. If I was going to bet that game, I would have bought it up to +5 if I would have gave it out to clients. I left NBA alone yesterday. Didn't really feel like fucking with the NBA. But the Celtics win 104-95. I mentioned do a two-team 6-point teaser. Get the Pacers up to +10. Get the Bulls up to +9. It would have been a push. You would have got your money back. They lost by 9. So you would have got 8.5, 9. I'm not sure. I didn't bet it, so I'm not sure actually what the line would have been. It looked like it closes at 2, so maybe it would have been a loss. But the Celtics move on. It's 2-2 in the series. I think the Celtics take that series. And then they're going to end up playing either the Wizards or the Hawks. Speaking of NBA, let's get into it right now. The Bucks at Toronto Raptors. Raptors -6, over under 191.5. I really don't have much to say about this game except for it's going to be a client play, so I'm going to leave it alone and move on from it. You want to get on my client plays, picks by email at gmail.com. All you got to do is email and get on my service. It's pretty simple. Washington Wizards at Atlanta Hawks. Hawks -2.5, over under 211.5. Don't really have much to say about this series. Don't really have much to say about this game. The Hawks should win, but I'm not even touching any of that shit. I don't care about that game. I don't care about that series. I don't care about the next series where they have to play the Celtics or the Bulls. I don't care about any of that Eastern Conference shit. The only thing I care about is the Cavaliers to get to the finals, and that's going to happen. Golden State Warriors at Portland Trailblazers. Blazers +7, over under 219.5. The last time I bet NBA, I had the Blazers +8. I had my clients buy up to +8 from 6.5. It's pretty much the same thing right now. It's a home game +7. You could buy them up to +8 if you want. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm leaning Golden State in this one. I really am. I think they might just blow them out. And as you guys know, I gave out a future a couple weeks ago on Twitter where I said Golden State was going to sweep. I believe it was +125. So they're going for the sweep, and that future is locked in on my 5 Dimes account. And if you guys follow my futures, I give them out all the time. I give you fucking series winners. I give you all this stuff. You know, I don't really got to get into how much I give you. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Let's get into MLB real quick. Yesterday, I just got to recap these games. The Cubs playing like shit. They're either coming back in the late innings or they're losing. They lost to the Reds. I think they lost 2 out of 3. They're -200. They got 2 runs in the 9th, of course, but they still lose 7-5 against the Reds yesterday. Houston beats Tampa Bay 6-4. Pittsburgh beats the Yankees 2-1. The Phillies beat the Braves 5-2. The Tigers beat the Twins 13-4. As you guys know, I had the Tigers and the Cubs this weekend on my, my system plays, my Vegas Dave system plays. As you guys know, he does a system play, and he won 159-4. I really don't have to keep explaining myself every podcast, but people keep asking about the system plays. The system plays work like this. I pick one team, I pick a series, and I pick a team to win at least one game out of those 3 games. And that's how the system works. If they lose the first game, you double up on the next game. You triple up on the next game if they lose the game number 2. If you lose all 3, then it counts as a loss. You win one of the games, you win. It counts as a W. And it's a fucking stupid system, and he's a ripoff. He really is. He's a scam artist. And I'm giving out this system for free. I give it out for free on Twitter, at KRISBARR_GOAT. I'm 11-0 now on the season. And will I have anything going forward for the next series? We'll know about that here in a second when we recap the MLB. I'm going to recap the MLB with the rest of the scores here, and then we're going to get in the MLB. I got some free plays and some client plays for you. Okay, so I said Tigers win 13-4. They take 2 out of 3 from Minnesota. Boston beats Baltimore 6-2. Red Sox get the W there. White Sox beat Cleveland. Cleveland was minus 220 in this game. White Sox win 6-2. Who would have thought? St. Louis beats Milwaukee 6-4. And that one, I leaned the Cardinals yesterday here on the podcast. Colorado against San Francisco 8-0. The Rockies beat the struggling Giants. Texas beats Kansas City 5-2. The Blue Jays win a game 6-2 over the Angels. Seattle wins 11-1 against the A's. Dodgers beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 6-2. As you guys know, I gave out the Dodgers as a free client play yesterday here on the podcast. The line went all the way from minus 135, 140, what I gave it out here on the podcast, all the way up to minus 165. They got 6 runs in the 5th. It was 2-0 Diamondbacks, and Diamondbacks scored 2 in the 1st, and Dodgers get 6 in the 5th. 6-2 final. It didn't go over the 9. They scored in 2 different innings, and that was it. Shelby Miller, like I said, was going to struggle. I figured he'd give up. If you wanted to do team total over on the Dodgers, you would have won that. I think it was like 4.5 or 5. But I told you Dodgers was going to win. Another free client play. Just killing it, to be honest with you. Miami at San Diego. Miami gets the win 7-3. And then Sunday Night Baseball. Nationals beat the Mets 6-3. Flipped a coin yesterday 6 times. Want to mention that. I want to get the paper real quick and let you guys know that now I can't find it. Alright, so I can't find the paperwork, but I know we flipped a coin for 6 games, and I'm pretty sure I can just remember them from here. I think the Astros is one of them. There's 1-0. The Braves was another one. That's 1-1. The Twins was another one. That's 1-2. The Cardinals was another one. That's 2-2. The Angels was another one. That's 2-3. And then Miami Marlins 3-3. So we flipped a coin 6 times. We went 3-3. We were previously 6-2. So now we're 9-5. 9-5 record on minus 105 on the average. So I'm gonna flip 2 more coins today. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm doing a podcast every single day, 7 days a week right now. So I'm gonna start taking this business a little bit more serious. I haven't really been taking it serious the last 6 months. I'm trying to take over, to be honest with you. I'm trying to take over. So I want to be known as the most elite handicapper with the best sports betting podcast, with the best information, with the best free picks, with the best future picks. And I think I'm doing a fucking great job. I'm just not being consistent on my podcast, which is okay. So let's get into the games for Monday night, because there's no day games. 2 games I'm going to flip a coin on. It's going to be the Rays at Baltimore. Nope, I lied. That's not. I wrote it down. I actually have. Yeah. Sorry about that. I have. Alright, so I screwed up on that one. But it's Archer versus Jimenez. Baltimore plus 108, over under 8.5. As you guys know, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I give out a bunch of trends. I give out a bunch of stats that you need to know for the games ahead of time. And then I study the games. I take a few hours ahead of time before I do the podcast. And study these games, figure out who I'm going to give out on the show for client picks, who am I going to give out for free picks, what games am I going to flip the coin with. I got the Orioles plus 110 as a free play, podcast free play. Orioles plus 110, Jimenez pitching, and I don't need to explain why I like this team. I know Archer's a good pitcher. We're just not even going to get into it. But I like Baltimore free play. Not going to talk much more about that. Cubs at Pittsburgh Pirates, Anderson and Cole. Pirates plus 110 at home, over under 8.5. We're going to flip a coin on this game. So, like I said, we're 9-5 on flipping coins. And if you go back on the podcast, that's no bullshit. I have no reason to lie about it. All minus 105. And this game's it was minus 105 both ways. Now the Cubs are a little bit of a slight favorite. Do I still want to flip the coin for this game? It says Cubs right now minus 130. No, I'm not going to flip the coin for this one. I'm not going to lean anybody in that one. Actually, I would probably most likely lean Pittsburgh because the Cubs just not playing the way they should be. We're We're going to flip a coin on Cincinnati and Milwaukee. You got Garrett and Garza. I was leaning the over in that one, 8.5. It should go over. But they're both minus 105, and we're going to flip a coin for this game right now. That was a bad flip. I've done this before, don't worry. Here we go. That's a good one. Here we go. By the way, the away team's always heads, and the home team's always tails, and it landed tails. The Brewers minus 105. There you go. So we're 9-5 on flipping coins. Moving on to the next game, Minnesota at Texas Rangers. That's going to be a client play, so we're going to move on from that game. Not going to mention even anything on that one. Kansas City Royals against the White Sox. We're flipping a coin for this one. It says on the notes here. Jason Vargas, Miguel Gonzalez. Flip another coin here. Royals, White Sox. Oh shit, that was another terrible flip by the GOAT. That one wasn't terrible. That was a good one. And we got heads. So, Royals it is. Minus 105, of course. I'm not doing anything that's higher juice than that. So, there you go. You got the Brewers and you got the Royals for the coin flip. Hopefully, we go 11-5. Could go 9-7. Washington at Colorado. The Rockies and the Nationals. This is going to be a client play, so we're going to move on from that. Both teams are playing very well right now. San Diego at Arizona. Chasen and Greinke. That's going to be a client play. Going to move on from that one. Got a few client plays on Monday night. You guys, you just got to get a hold of me. Toronto and the LA Angels. Do I have anything on this one? No, I don't. Skip. They both suck. I mean, what more can I say? Liriano might outpitch the Angels. Blue Jays need to start winning some games. Who knows? Dodgers at San Francisco Giants. Another late game. Ryu against Kane. Are you really going to back Kane? I mean, he is one of the worst pitchers in the league. Am I wrong? And the Giants are 6-13. Dodgers 9-10. I mean, I'd just leave this game alone, honestly. I would most likely lean. I can't back Kane. I'm not leaning the Giants. I can't back Kane, but someone's got to win the game, right? They're at home. They're 3-4. Yeah, we're just going to skip over that one. I don't have any real opinion on that one. That's pretty much it. You want to get a hold of me, $100 for the week. Get a hold of me, picksbyemail@gmail.com. It's pretty simple. You just email and you say you want to get on the service for $100 for the week or $300 for the month. Picksbyemail@gmail.com. My Twitter, @KRISBARR_GOAT. I actually have a good friend of mine running the Twitter account right now because if I get on Twitter and people are harassing me and stalking me like they do, I'm going to say some stupid ass shit, and I don't need that for me, my family, or any of my clients to see. So there you go. That's it for the podcast. I hope everybody has a good day. And if your handicapper's not winning for you, come on over and see me. If he is winning for you, come on over and see me anyways. I win more games than anybody in the industry. I'm going to do this podcast every single day on the YouTube channel. So just hit subscribe. That way you get every single video. And like I said, my sports betting reality show is going to be coming out in less than 6 days from now. So get a hold of me. We'll see you guys later.